Hello and welcome. There's a new term on the horizon. It's called digital enterprise. Why are we talking about it now? What does that mean? What does it mean to companies who have to cobble together this new digital enterprise? And what does it mean for people like you and me who might be beneficiaries from it? Well, I'm joined by someone who's going to help me try and understand that. Srinivasa Rao, who heads the global digital enterprise function at Tech Mahindra, the IT services company. VSR, as you're called. Thank you so much for speaking with us. So why are we talking about this digital enterprise?
Yeah, I think this is mostly because of the technology innovation happening in the last 4 or 5 years. Let me put it in a very simpler way. So, number one, the wireless bandwidth. Today it's available 40 megabytes per second or 100 megabytes per second theoretically. Then the second is IPv6, where you can give literally IP address to anything in the world. A tree, a plant, or a machine, or equipment and all. That means they are getting
quite
connected.
Frightening, by the way.
Yeah. Sorry?
I said it's quite frightening.
Absolutely, yeah. So 343 trillion addresses are available today. You can give literally address to anything, IP address. And social media, there are billions of people are getting connected, mobile, internet of everything. All these things basically now available at an affordable price. Because of that, there are two major disruptors basically emerging. Number one, customer behavior got changed. They want information now, they want personal experiences, and it's not just selling services and products. You have to sell the experiences, engage them, and they want now everything to be done at this juncture. I'm a restaurant, I am at movie theater, it doesn't matter. That means the behavior of the customers got changed tremendously because they are hyper-connected.
Any examples that you can give from your own experience or some of your clients about this changing customer behavior?
Yeah, the customer behavior, if you look at, for example, if I go to the retail store, okay, so today you are expecting to get a welcoming message in the mobile phone, hey, VSR, welcome. And you're also going to the extent of probably giving an idea or a suggestion to you. For the last 2-3 days, you have been searching for this probably a device or this item. It is available in line number 3. Okay. You just go and probably purchase it, right? And after that, you don't need to go to point of sale, the counter where you have to stand. You can directly go to the kiosk where using this NFC and mobile phone or mobile wallet, you can pay the money. So look at here, it was not there in the past. This is all possible because of
and this is happening today?
It's happening in some of the retail stores and all. Even banks, for example, they are changing the game. A lot of things are happening through mobile now. Mobile wallet is becoming pretty prominent, right? So, and look at, for example, what happened to the companies like Kodak, Blockbusters. All those things really disappear. Amazon, for example, now become number one. If you want to purchase a book, in the past you used to go outside, 2-3 hours, drive, and then go, feel, sense the book and purchase. It's not the case. Today it's 5-10 minutes you can purchase the book.
Right.
This is all the changing. I cannot expect to customer to wait for 3 hours, 4 hours or 5 hours to complete their job. If I'm outside, I have to complete there.
But somewhere you're also saying there's a transition from, let's say, e-commerce to this digital enterprise. Because e-commerce has been around, people have been buying products online and have been getting fulfilled online.
So e-commerce, in my view, is mostly the desktop or laptop economy, I can say. It's not like anywhere, anytime, a phablet or a tablet, or even today, what's happening, it's omnipresence. Sarvantrayami, right? So I can do my transaction using a TV, I can do my transaction using a phablet or a tablet or a desktop or a laptop. That is the expectation what customers basically have today. That's the reason the digital means it's not one channel. It's a multi-channels. At the same time, the experience what you provide across these channels is very seamless.
Right.
If I start a transaction in one device, I can continue another device.
Right. So what does this mean for a company that is selling products or services and in trying to meet this need?
Okay, so the other important disruption before we get in there is the work what the companies are doing, whether manufacturing, healthcare, retail and all, the human interventions are going down. Because more and more the sensors and then embedded software, predictive analytics, all these things, making human interventions very, very, very less. I mean, don't ask me what is going to happen to the employees who are working and all, they have to be utilized for something else. So the change in customer behavior and then the reduction in human interventions. These two are the major disruptors. For that, the IT services companies like us, how we have to gear up. That's the most critical thing, right? So what happens is when you go to the enterprises, they have been working with the different business models. Their processes are built for partially connected world, not like this what we discussed now, right? Human interventions are very high and all, and customer expectations also not too high. Their processes are very traditional, right? And then their talent or the culture, what they built is not for this world. right? So if you look at their services, their products, if suppose a company is not able to offer a service through mobile, then they probably may not exist, right? So look at that perspective, then we as IT services companies have to go and say that, okay, we need to re-engineer our processes, which we have to change by embedding the social, mobile, analytics, and all these technologies together. SMAC is embedded with our business processes so that you are hyper-connected and you are able to meet that whatever the expectations customers have. So that's one important element is the process re-engineering is the most critical thing. The second is when you change the processes, I mean, some of the analysts are saying 50% of your IT applications will not work. So the other area what we have to work as an IT services companies, how do you SMACize or digitize your existing applications which are built on .NET or Java or old traditional apps are there? How I can add the wrappers of social, mobile, analytics, and migrating onto the cloud so that whatever the digital processes we design, these applications will support. That's the second important sweet spot. That means the complete digitizing applications or building new digital applications. Third is the infrastructure will get impacted. That is called digital infrastructure. That means the networks. Okay, and the computing, storage, your databases. Okay, databases are built for very structured data in the past. Now we have social media, machines are sending the data, so your databases have to support unstructured, structured, semi-structured, I mean, whatever you call big data and all, right? So there is a massive transformation required for infrastructure, the IT infrastructure, massive transformation required for applications. So that is the downstream. In the upstream, as I talk about, the processes re-engineering required. Even you have to go to the extent of suggesting the architectural revamp. All the enterprise architectures today defined are for old economy, partially connected world. Today you want to inject all these Internet of Things, sensors, embedded software, social, mobile analytics. You have to completely redesign your technology blueprint.
So, but
these
this
are all the
sounds
sweet
quite
spots.
formidable. I mean, are companies able to do this easily? Or?
This, they cannot do it just like that. I mean, I've been telling this, but this in my view is a 3 to 5 year journey minimum. And it might take, I think the industries again, I mean, some of the analysis is done. Some of the industries are very forward looking and their survival is questioned if we don't really respond. For example, high tech, retail banking, these are all the sweet spots for digital because they are very consumer intensive and the customer behavior, what I talk about, and also their manufacturing plants, whatever exists, they also need to automate and digitize that. So those three are the sweet spots. So those verticals you can really go and start selling it. The other verticals like telecommunications and all those things probably have a little bit of...
Right. So last question, how are Indian IT companies prepared to help their customers or clients migrate to this?
So we are redesigning our service portfolio. So what we have done probably the last 10 years, 20 years, 30 years and all. So the service offerings looks probably, the names looks same, but the way you do that, one example I'll tell you, today the applications, what basically we have been developing for 3 months, 4 months, maybe when we started career, maybe 12 months and 18 months, now it is hours, days and weeks. This is a paradigm shift. That means we are preparing ourselves the complete new application manager services, which involves an hourly basis I have to develop the applications and deploy them, or a weekly basis or something like that. The second is they have to be developed on mobile, social, analytics, integration and all. So we are preparing ourselves in building the talent, in building the capabilities, tools, accelerators. In fact, the complete global delivery model, what we defined in India, probably 30 years back, I call it as a grandfather. Now you have to make it a youthful global delivery model to make sure that these infrastructure manager services or application manager services or BPOs or your BPM, the business process management, all we are building new assets, new catalog of services, new talent. In fact, we have to transform ourselves. There is a lot of cultural shift is required within IT services companies in India to make sure we offer digital enterprise solutions.
And that sounds like quite a challenge. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Govind.